Okay. And this, and then there are two dimensions of the growth in international trade. The growth in international trade happened very fast after the end of World War II. The golden years of international trade was from the end of World War II that happened in 1945. World War II ended 45. However, 1950, beginning the year of world economic growth, especially aided by, because of trade, the rapid growth in international trade. Sometimes this is, very confusing because near international trade, international economics, everything is international. So I have to repeat many times. World economic growth or international economic growth happened because of the growth in international trade. Because international trade served like an engine for economic growth. The higher the rate of growth of international trade, the higher will be the rate of growth of the economy of the world. So, from previous class, I talk about the golden years of the world economy. The golden years of the world economy, 50 until 73. 1950 until 73. Golden years of world economic growth, which is also the golden years of international trade. Good. Economy is good. Let me repeat. When trade is good, the economy is good. Because trade is the engine of economic growth. When? 1950 until 73. Why 73? Finally, with the second oil shock. Perhaps we didn't finish the final slide. Of chapter 1. So this is the final slide. I'm talking about here. 1973 was the first oil shock. What is oil shock? The prices of oil went up, jumped very high. What is a shock? Shock is something that happened with rapid impact or big impact, usually rapid. If just increased by little, it's not shock. For example, the bread increased by, no, not the bread. What? Something. Rice. Okay, rice. A bag of 10 kilo rice increased by 5 cents. That's not a shock. 10 kilo rice from the normal one, 40 ringgit to 60 ringgit. That's a shock. You understand now? So the price of oil went up. If I had the data, but because of that oil shock, this happened because of OPEC, Organization of Petrol Exporting Countries, stop producing, stop exporting, embargo, cut down oil prices, cut down oil production. As a result, prices went up. That was a shock with the impact of inflation in developed countries, because developed countries use oil for heating homes and especially for industrial production use oil. So inflation. Also inflation in developing economies as well. If you see the rate is higher in developing economies. From developing economies reduced. So industrial economies is in recession. You must recall back why this 50 to 70. Three factors, 50 of the world. The golden years of the world economy, because of world trade. World trade flourished during those times. Why? The three reasons. The post-war reconstruction and development. This post-war reconstruction meant that developing countries must import all the materials. Not the material. The leaf, whatever, the heavy machinery from developed country, because the only developed country had the technology and capital to produce even lorries. Even make a lorry at that time. You understand? Just after the war, must import to buy these lorries, even lorries. Today, lorry is normal thing. Any country can make lorries, right? Normal thing, except, So, to buy lorries, you must export agriculture and commodities. Malaysia exported rubber, tin, to buy lorries from the UK. You follow me? Yeah. For what? Post-war, after the war, reconstruction and development, to develop again after the war. And second, fixed exchange rate, and the third, reduction in the trade barriers. So let's go back, focus on this. The trade between developing and developed countries flourished because of the need. Both needed each other. Do you understand? The industrial country needs the food and materials and raw materials coming from developing countries. So exchange, the trade, economic growth will increase. So now I want to relate to this here. Yeah, I'm just explaining to you here. Because of the inflation, the oil shock, inflation, prices went up. With inflation, went up. So developing countries import all those lorries, all those, so reduce imports by developing economies. So industrial economies came into recession. Got it? Because prices expensive. And second oil shock, 79. So there are two oil shocks. Okay, now, yeah, I think that's important for us to revisit. So now, we just reviewed what we learned last week. 50 to 73 was the golden years. Stopped by what? Nixon finally said that the United States could no the trade deficit that as a result. Yes. Again, going back to the last slide. Here. Here, right here. The system ended with President Nixon in 1971. Yes, 71. Could no longer back up. Pay back. You know back up? Pay back all those deficits. Ready with a goal. Not actually paying, but if people, they must be ready with goal, real goal. How many? For every $35 equals 1 ounce of gold. United States owe from me 2 ounces of gold. Do you understand now? If I have $35 in my pocket at that time, 1 ounce of, you understand now my drama? Give me, here your money, 35. Give me 1 ounce of gold. You understand now? Back up. So he said that in 1973, 71, and finally 73 finished this system of fixed exchange rate. Based on what? Based on US dollar as the reserve currency. You understand reserve currency? All other countries will have the reserve in their central bank. Do you understand now? Central bank has a reserve. That reserve will be using US dollar. How? Every $35 you have, it means you have 1 ounce of gold. Of course, not $35. Maybe. So US had trade deficit at that time, could no longer back up all those deficits with gold, real gold. So he said that in 71, and finally, because of the oil shock in 73, actually ended. Exchange rate, trade disrupted. I mean, trade could no longer move easily because exchange rate is not fixed. Why? When not fixed, I'm not sure how much I'm going to get back. If I export, my currency will go up. So I export $50. My currency will go up against US dollar. It means that now $50 for $1, because going up, I will get, my currency will become 25 ringgit. So I lost. So if everyone anti-currency stabilized, that way trade will not occur very rapidly. You got it? When people are waiting, next week, drama. Next week, not today. I don't export today. Next week, maybe. So me alone, other people, other companies. And because of exchange rate has ended, trade, what happened to trade? Together with the oil shock. -4 world trade, -4 negative. That was because of two things. No more bank, yes, but the system of fixed exchange rate finished. Number two, inflation. So all affected. World trade negative and also world economy negative. So do you follow me now? So now we discussing what happened. There are two sides. Production global. Since the end of World War II, international trade has increased. That's very important point to compare. Trade compare with economy. When we say output, it means the world economy. The output, only 5 times world output. It means that international trade has become more important, more integrated. There are 2 dimensions to this: production, process, interlink among countries. That's production globalization and consumption globalization. This a car engine, Germany, rubber from Malaysia, tire from UK, rubber from Malaysia, tire from UK. On car, what else? This electronics, meter from Japan. Other things. No time, okay? Do you understand now? Globalization of production. In one item, take a computer. Inside the computer, the motherboard, the chips from Malaysia, from Korea, process midway in Malaysia and sent to America and become a computer. Sent back to China, to other parts of the world. All stages in the supply chain to make one computer. So globalization of production. Follow me now? And now, next is globalization in consumption. Are more universal. This product, finished product, more universal. Doesn't matter whether in Malaysia, in Korea, in Thailand. This handphone, same. Finished product. more universal, widely used in developing as well as developed economies. Semi-finish, not really. So depends on that semi-finish, go into another processing. Vietnam. Semi-finish will be coming to Malaysia, to Penang, to make even more later stages of microchips, finished microchips, and sent to America, into the car, into the computers. See, that's semi-finished universal, right? Except that in Africa, they may not afford, cannot afford, this camera. But it's all the same. Been explained here. Because of the increase in trade in intermediate goods and in services. Why? That process of globalization, because the trade in intermediate good, like a car, the engine will come from Germany, the tire from the UK, many other things, still at that time from Japan, still. Japan and Korea, still. Bear in mind, Korea was very advanced in steel production back in 1960s or not 60s, 70s, early 70s, already advanced. So what are we talking about? All those intermediate, what do you mean by intermediate goods? Components, right? Not yet finished. Do we buy tire? Do I buy tire for the sake of having the tire at home and display the tire? This is my tire at home. No, to go to the car, right? That's why tire is not the finished good. Tire is intermediate good. Do you have a friend that or house that display tire at home? But usually, unless you have a restaurant, but usually finished good. Our bedroom, or our bedroom, no? Right? It is intermediate good. So you understand now? Plus services. When you buy intermediate goods, you need services also to install it, to service, to check, plus services. So there was a increase in the International Division of Labor. That division of labor, the first round multiplied, increased even more, many countries joining the division of labor. So we're talking about new division of labor internationally. New. Do you follow me? New division of labor internationally. Not just one time, many times. New. When I say that goes on in the world, the participation of developing countries in manufacturing. In the past, developing countries were only producers of agriculture and raw materials, commodities, all to be exported to developed country, to go into the factory in developed countries. But more and more now, developing countries joining the league of countries that are doing manufacturing. involved in the manufacturing. By new international division of labor, increase in the international division and other developing economies in the global production supply chain, that supply chain, like computer industry. The chips come from Malaysia, microchips. Of course, not Malaysia's technology, just using the place here. Okay. Differences among countries in terms of factor endowment still determines specialization. Theory of comparative advantage, despite the critics of not really explaining what is in reality, but see the principle of comparative be producing labor intensive, like clothing. That's why sweaters for sweater, winter coat are made in Bangladesh, because Bangladesh has many labor, and that production of sweaters, winter coats, all those using lots of labor, does not have enough labor. Malaysia should be suitable with capital intensive industries. But what's happening now? Just closing one eye. One eye closing. It's okay. Just bring labor from foreign labor. So the policy should be both eyes. By crook or by hook, must force them to graduate from labor intensive production to more capital and technology intensive. Otherwise, Malaysia will be stuck in the old mode of production, labor intensive. Oh, more foreign labor. Doesn't matter. So what kind of so it's a dilemma, right? So you have to have a strong policy to graduate from labor intensive to capital and technology intensive. For technology intensive, you need really good education system that produce engineers and scientists and R&D. What? Balance with the humanities. So that's what happened in Korea, in Japan. Not balanced with humanities. Sorry to say, Koreans are not really happy. You watch the drama, right? Korean drama, you think Koreans are happy. No. One of the highest rate of suicides. So don't believe the drama, okay? Korean drama is so nice. Very nice. People are dying alone in Korea. Because they're single. Many are singles. Too expensive to get married. Too expensive to have children. Low birth rates. So again, enough. What I'm saying is that when I speak about the importance of science and technology, be human. Got it? So let's go back to our differences among countries in terms of resource factor endowment. This is Hack-Shaolin, theory of Hack-Shaolin. A country Olin. Very limited space. The other side cannot see. And that this I teach this in international trade, international economics. A country A, country B, product X, product Y. This is production possibilities frontier. All can produce, cannot produce because the resource is limited. So that's the frontier. What is frontier? Sempadan, the border. So X capital intensive. We assume intensive. We can assume vice versa. Doesn't matter. It's all up to our assumption. Y is labor intensive. It means that use K per L. This is capital intensive, means that K use a lot of L. Use a lot of L, labor intensive. So this country, capital intensive. X, we assume capital intensive. K intensive. Y, L intensive. So this country, the shape of the production possibilities frontier, the shape like this, because this country factor endowment more in the country A. Country B, this is L intensive. The shape of this going that way because in that country B, very little. Hack-Shaolin teach us. Hack-Shaolin just now. You country A. You more labor, more capital. You specialize in capital in your country. Drama, right? Many labor. Oh, your country many labor. Me. Hack-Shaolin, I teach you. You many labor. You must specialize in labor intensive country industries. You follow me now? Yeah. That one. So we talking about what? The differences among countries in terms of resource endowment, factor endowment just now. Where is it? Factor endowment. This shape is because of factor endowment. You follow me now? The difference between two countries become the basis. Raison what in French? The basis, the reason for something. Raison d'état. Raison d'état? Two countries in their resource endowment becomes the reason for trading. Raison d'être. In French, what? Huh? I don't know in French. Reason for trading. I'm just trying to look at French word because every time here and there, French, Latin and French. Dimache. Dimache. Something. Even though this is English, still want to use French. Something about French language that English will use. No, I don't mean to that. Even the newspaper in Malaysia use this word. So why? Maybe can deliver meaning strongly or more accurately. Initiative. Foreign policy demarche. Look. That's the meaning. So I want to help say reason for trading, okay? Raison de trading. So just now spell to me C H A N G. Like this? E. Oh. Reason to exchange, to trade, because of the factor endowment. So factor endowment still determines specialization, but the decline in the obstacle to coordinate production at international level leads to specialization of countries in certain industries, and also the increase in vertical integration. What is vertical integration? At every stage of production. But that has changed today. This note was in 1980s. raw, process. Okay, this plastic comes from raw plastic, oil. Now plastic. And plastic can become chair, can become whatever. So every stage from raw, every stage in the production process. This is what I call downstream. Downstream. In Malay, industri hileran. Hile. Selangor. Hile. Hulu Selangor. Hile Selangor. Hile. And river, Kelantan this way. Hulu Kelantan. Hile Kelantan. Johor maybe this way. Hulu Johor, there's no Hulu Johor. So, I'm trying to explain to you, hileran. You got it now? More process. More hile, more process. Raw material like rubber. Rubber finally become rubber. Maybe rubber there. Or inside there somewhere, rubber here maybe. You got it? So, but vertical integration means that this company own a share here, some percentage. Own a share here, own a share here. That's vertical integration.
The same company?
Same company. Used to be Samsung. Samsung used to produce tubu. Samsung used to produce tubu. Tofu. Sorry. Horizontal integration. Many types. Electronics, food, financial. So, with the new government, just I finished this one. President Kim Jong-un, 1987, because 1988 was the Olympics. So 1986 was very important year in Korea. The democratization with the election in 1987 election. For the first time, no Tewu. First, no Tewu. After no Tewu, Kim Il-sung. So, and after that, Kim Jong-sum, he told companies, Korean companies, you must select only 3. Otherwise, Samsung made electronics, made tofu, made clothing. Samsung trying to get into cars. So all the companies, you must choose only 3. Because of that, Samsung, what is Samsung today? Finally, focus only on electronics. No more tofu, no more food, no more nothing. Only electronics. Because of Kim Jong-sum that came after, he was the first civilian. Listen to me. Now, I want to finish this one. First civilian that became president of Korea. All this, before this, all the military. No, they were also from military. Because the dictator, you know, Chon Du-wan from military. So all military except Kim Young-sam, the from military background. So there was democratization in Korea. So going back to what I'm trying to, so this is what we call horizontal integration. You follow me now? I'm showing this without any reason. There's so many different type of business. A company may be doing electronics, E&E. Also insurance, also food, also housing, also clothing, textile. What kind of company is that? Crazy, right? But that's what we call horizontal integration. On the other hand, this is vertical integration. Vertical this happen usually with companies that has to do, they want to secure quality. For example, gold, diamond company in the past, but I don't know today. A diamond company, the made diamond, want to be sure the quality of the diamond that comes to them. They own in a country, maybe another country, maybe 100%, maybe not, because another country, right? Where the diamond gets, yeah, the stone, maybe 30%, or maybe 49%. The other 51 is by the local. So that's the raw. Also ship, it's got 100% in the shipping company. The ship. %100% in the manufacturing. Maybe 51% in the marketing. Integration in the diamond industry. I'm just giving you example. Why? This company, Shukri Diamond, my company, want to make sure that every Shukri diamond is top quality. How? I want to make sure that I own 59% in the not manufacturing, the production, what we call this, the digging, the process of getting the stone. Quality stone will come to me. Understand, right? This stone will be shipped into special ship, not any ships. I own 100% that ship to make sure the shipping is okay, stone will not be broken, no hanky-panky, no what, being stolen on the way, whatever. So I own 100% in the shipping process. Even the quality stone gets shipped to me. Of course, my factory, 100% me. But marketing, I have no time for marketing. I let another company, Hong Diamond, make the marketing for me. So anyone want to get diamond from me, Shukri's diamond. But I still have 51%. So I'm having ownership, yes, at every stages, at every stage in the production, from raw to finished. You follow me now? I have ownership here at every stage. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. To get the diamond, Shukri's diamond, being sold at the market. So Shukri's diamond, Shukri's diamond, Shukri's diamond. Except he marketed the food. Shukri's diamond. Yeah. Follow me now? Every stage of the production, I have ownership. That's vertical integration. The other one, unrelated. This, unrelated. Making tofu, making shirt, making electronics, making car, make housing. This is horizontal integration. Usually by family companies. My first son run the electronic. My what? Son-in-law will run the housing. My son-in-law like golf. He runs golf. Not true, right? Of unrelated business. There's horizontal integration. And what President Kim Young-sam did, he gave the ultimatum to all Korean companies. You must choose only 3. Samsung chose housing. So today, not a Samsung phone here. But still, Samsung has a construction and housing, but not important. Of vertical integration. Got it now? So it's not that easy to teach business, right? Because most of you are in economics, not exposed to the business terminology. And also vertical integration in international level. But there's decline in obstacle to coordinate production at international level, and also increase in vertical integration at the time of this writing in 1980s, late 1980s. However, this increase in vertical integration, but today with globalization, there is no need for vertical integration except you in certain business like that diamond company. For example, if I have a car industry, in the car industry, automobile, right? Do I need to have a share in the mining of metals? No. No need. I just buy the metal from Japan, metal from Korea. No, I don't need to have a share in the production of metals. You got it? I make computers. Do I need to have a share? But I to make the microchips, rare earth. Anyone that control that production of rare earth, they will control the very important resource nowadays. Nowadays, what is the engine of today? What is the oil of today? Microchips. Advanced microchips is the oil of today. Oil of today not important. You know, oil, not important. What's more important today? Advanced microchips. 2 nano. meter. 1 nanometer, 1 billionth of 1 meter. 1 meter is this long? 1 meter. 1 billionth. 1 meter you divide by 1 billion, take 1. Difficult to do. 2 nanometer. Nobody has yet thought about being able to produce 1 nanometer. So the smallest now, 3. Currently 3. So Samsung is trying to get into 2 nano. You know why we have handphone? Because nano size, everything nano inside. Otherwise the handphone will be bulky like this, right? Your iPad also, because nano things inside. Not only the size is small, the speed also. So advanced. So in the future, go and only important in certain industries, like just now, except in microchips production, a company may want to have a share in the production of rare earth. Who controls rare earth? It's like controlling the oil of today. You got it? Vertical integration, yes, but had reduced, not all, now. An increase in MNC's activities and foreign direct investment, breaking down of stages of production among countries. This tire is made in Malaysia, engine made in Germany, breaking stages of production among countries, especially so in the thing is made in one country for the even handphone, even notebook, even PC computers, not in one location. Got it? And globalization of consumption. Products, especially finished trade in finished products is obvious among developed economies. This is what we call intra-industry trade. The trade that happens within the same industry. The word intra means within the same. Inter, it means, notice here, inter is across, inter-university, intra-university, within the university. So trade within the same industry, trading within the car industry, trading within the computer industry, that trade has increased. Mostly because of intra-industry trade. What explained that? That's Linda hypothesis. So, one of the explanation is Linda tend to trade more intensively among each other. Rich country will trade with rich country more than with poor country. So if I ask you, the fact, MCQ, trade developed okay, developing. So here's the keyword here. Developed, USA, UK, developing, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, developing. Export of goods, which one is more? Which one is more? A, B, C, yeah, more? This is, yeah. Anyone else? This is the correct answer. Most of the trade are coming from developed. I'm talking about amount. Among developed countries to developed countries. In fact, this way. Developed among developed. Very little. Of course, this among developing, very little. Got it? Mostly intra-industry trade. Linda explained that because overlapping demand hypothesis. Economies similar on income per capita, rich countries will tend to trade with rich country also. In Malay, sekufu. Again, mustahil in Malay, yeah.
So the fact that developed country trade with other developed countries overlapping their hypothesis.
Yes. Yeah, Linda here. This is the correct answer. Linda hypothesis. I go in Malay, just short. Mustahil anak seorang ustaz berkahwin dengan anak yang pemain gitar. Tidak sekufu. Anak artis yang menyanyi joget mesti kahwin dengan anak artis menyanyi joget, betul? Sekufu. You understand now? Same. Rich country will engage in trade with rich country. Sekufu. Anak ustaz akan kahwin dengan anak ustaz. Atau sekurang-kurang anak cikgu. Sons and daughters of ulama will not marry with sons and daughters of singer. Same. Rich country will trade with rich country also. Why? There's overlapping demand in terms of similar in income per capita, making them to trade income level. Got it? Sekufu. In Malay word. I don't know, in Indonesian language, sekufu? Setara. So, kalau itu Brori, saya tak kenal lah. Saya kenal Brori Marantika. Kalau Brori ada anak, mustahil anak Brori berkahwin dengan anak itu ulama. Yang main gitar tu, saxophone, mesti anak dia kahwin dengan orang main saxophone juga. Biasanya begitu, right? So, that's sekufu. In terms of the trade that has been explained by Linda. I'm just making example, right? For you to understand. For those who are coming from France, from other countries, we just talking about how even marriage, the sons of this type of people won't only marry the son of this type of people, artists like singers, rock singers. Their son will eventually get married another rock singer's son and daughter, right? Usually. Same. Countries also, they will trade among themselves. Rich country will trade with rich country because of the taste. Taste. You see here, what? The taste. They demand similar product. That's why the demand overlapping of demand, same type of products. That's the hypothesis. Got it? So we're going to take a break after this. After this finish, the types of goods, different products, having production economic scale. Manufactured goods went up 16 times, output went up 7 times. So trade in manufactured goods. This is the reason. The reason for the golden years of 53-73, the trade in manufactured goods, especially among developed countries. That's what we call intra-industry trade. Follow me? And finish. So we take a break. All right? How many minutes? 10. Up to you. 10. Okay. Okay, be careful, huh? Be careful. 6,000 ringgit. 6,000 ringgit. Because I needed the size, the storage. Because of the storage. 512 kilobyte, megabyte. MB. 512 MB. Is it MB or KB? GB. I will not ask you because this will go into another class, international trade. So this per capita income, richer, poor, rich, rich. Follow me? Products, low quality, higher quality. Poor, rich, 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 rich. Low quality, very high quality. What does it mean? Cheap, 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 expensive, 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 more expensive, right? So a poor country only can afford this. So this is a rich country. Since the income within a country, rich country, the lowest income, say this is Korea or Singapore, the lowest income to the highest income in that country. So this is the range. The lowest income in that country, of course, can afford only this product quality this much, cheap. For you to consume more high quality products, more price, right? Higher price, you have to have higher income. So this is the range of the highest income people in that country will consume the highest quality product, more expensive. So country A, country B. So there is a say this is country A, country B. Certain amount here. Country which will be so this area of overlapping demand. So that's not good. Since I'm there. Linda, this one is better. Linda hypothesis. Income variation, more income, more richer. This is the range. This country, country B. So put together, country A, country B, overlap this area. So two countries here, country A, country B. So this country A, the range is here. Probably this is Malaysia. And this is Korea. Put Malaysia on Korea. There's the overlapping in income. No, probably Malaysia and Korea and Singapore. We're talking about similar level of income. So they have. So perhaps this is Korea. Maybe this is Singapore. This is Korea. Put Korea on Singapore. That is the area of overlap, and this is the trade. This area is the trade. Got it? Trade between Singapore and Korea. I think this is better to explain Linda hypothesis. Overlapping demand hypothesis. Which one? This. That overlap. This is the product. Not this product. This product will not be traded. See here. Look. Look, everyone look here. This product will not be traded among Singapore and Korea. Only this product. Trade among each other. Because of overlapping in the taste. That taste has come from income. So the rich will tend to trade more with the rich country. The rich. This is correct. Not this one. Very little. Even purchasing power of different countries is low. They cannot absorb much. But developed countries, purchasing power is high. Can absorb a lot. Developing to developing. No. Okay. If this, I want to finish on that one. If there's trade, I can say the same. This is now trade, okay? The same investment also, same story. More of investment coming from developed country, going to developed country also. Not developed country to developing countries, no. Among rich country also. Trade and investment. Got it? Because of similar explanation by Linda. Even though the investment is indirectly, because when there's trade, there's going to be investment in the away from the neoclassical explanation. Okay, let me finish this one. According to neoclassical theory, trade substitute to investment. Trade and investment are substitute each other. That's neoclassical. It means that if you invest, you don't need to trade. That's purely neoclassical theory. But in reality, today, trade are complement to investment. Complement, not substitute. Got it? More investment means more trade. I invest in Vietnam. I want to bring my materials from Malaysia, equipment, everything, more trade. I want to import from China some of the components. So trade, well, that's a different story. We talk about Malaysia and Vietnam only. Suppose two countries. According to neoclassical, pure neoclassical, trade is substitute to investment. If you invest, no need trade. If you trade, no need investment. That's neoclassical purely. But away from neoclassical explanation, trade is a complementary. So, last week I borrowed from someone. Who was it? Okay. So the discussion is about trade and investment. Oh, FDI, investment. Neoclassical will say this is you understand substitute? If you do this, you need to do. That's substitute. Okay, got it. There are two. One, neoclassical. Two, this is mainstream. Mainstream economics. Mainstream economics, neoclassical, this is complement. It's a complement. Together, complement. Got it? So which one I believe? I believe this one. In that one. Complement. Trade is a complement to investment. Investment also complement to trade. Not substitute. In reality. Okay, now, new topic. We're going to learn the history of industrialization and industrialization as a process of transformation of structures of the economy. Involving structural transformation of GDP, also within the sector, and also in international trade, and also in employment. Many, many things here when we see transformation. And what is needed for development? These are the three things we're going to cover. Hopefully I can speed up. The history of industrialization, innovation, images of modern industries in the 70s until 20 in Britain. You see, something about will. Anything that rounds. That's why when you see a symbol of technology, a gear like this, right? Something round. Something round. Cotton spinning. Cotton spinning became a trademark for industrial beginning. Kia started as a textile. Kia, textile. Hyundai, the founder, Chang Ju-yun, Hyundai founder, started with buying rice. Buying rice. He go to the village to buy rice and sell it in the city. That's how he started. And then he started a textile also. And in the industrial land in United States, in 1950s, in 1960s, if you were driving in the United States, in 80s, you can see the abandoned factories of textile. So textile seemed to be the beginning of all industries. Even though other activities becoming more important like steam engine, but anything that moves around. See, innovation based on division of labor in cotton spinning, to spin cotton, to make clothing. Cotton taking over wool as the main manufactured goods. Wool. What is wool? From wool. So, and then James Watt, innovation using coal to make the iron. Improvement by James Watt on steam engine to make iron. So starting with this, anything that berputar, very important. That's why wheel, the word wheel, there's a saying in English, we should not invent the wheel twice. Kita tidak sepatutnya mencipta roda kali kedua. Kerana roda telah tercipta, we should not invent wheel twice. We innovate. So innovation. Steam engine. This steam engine is the hallmark. Steam engine is the mercu tanda, hallmark of the development of industrial machinery. And then when the demand for manufactured goods became greater than the growth of workforce, specialization and labor, to reduce labor, so to innovate, to reduce labor. So the first industrial revolution. When? Specialization. Who thought this? Adam Smith and David Ricardo. What it teach? Specialization. That's the key word. So second is the transport revolution, spread of industrialization, emergence of global market 1820 until 1870, innovation in the steel. After innovation in textile, iron melting to get metal, steam engine, now innovation in the steel, railroad and steamship. Not just the steam, the engine, but the railroad using steam. I think many countries until 1970s still using the train, walk, the train, this train, steam train. I draw. Oh, locomotive. Yeah, I've lost the word, locomotive. This is using the steam locomotive. Yeah, steam locomotive using the water. Okay, got it? And then also steamship. That was innovation. At the same time, economic liberalization was occurring in Europe and USA. And that increased the world output and world trade. So that's and formation of global market because of that. So the second is what? Transport revolution. And second industrial revolution, however, liberalization or liberalism went down. An emergence of protectionism by 1913. So the creation of this, I don't know, steal from raw iron to get rich in phosphorus. I don't know what, because I'm not a chemist or scientist. I'm not scientist. So industry in Germany and Sweden. And look at this. Electricity was invented. Freezers, with electricity, we have freezers, organic chemicals, internal combustion engine. Yeah. Now, internal combustion engine is now today. Today, now. Not yet EV, right? This is what we have today. Piston, with piston, everything. Yeah, today. Yeah. And transatlantic telegraph, radio. So, what we take for granted today, radio, was the basis for second industrial revolution in Germany and later USA. How important was electricity? How important was a refrigerator, freezer technology? How important was radio? So, and then that advances depended on scientific research and development from universities and the entry of many countries in global industrialization as supplier of raw materials, including through colonization, like Malaysia, Malaya at that time, supplier of rubber and tin to the UK. Protectionism began to appear in Germany and later in France because of the threat of cheap wheat from USA. So Russia and Japan entering the League of Industrial Countries. But protectionism came to appear because of the trade in agriculture, wheat. What is protectionism? Protect country from import. That ism is ideology, the thinking. The thinking that protection is good. However, we learn in trade theories, free trade is good, not protection. Fourth, the collapse of liberalism and global market in 1913 and 50. First World War happened in 1914 to 1918. First World War. And that led to Great Depression. So you must know, you must remember, every economic student must know, 1930s. Oh yeah, why do I go there? Just click here, Great Depression. 1930s. That decade of Great Depression. Why? The worst economic crisis in modern history. From 1929, the stock market crashed in 29, and that led to the beginning of Second World War II. First World War ended. That led to the Great Depression and led to another war again, Second World War. And World War II ended 45. What happened after 45? End of World War II, emergence of two superpowers, USA and Soviet Union. After the end of World War II, the emergence of two superpowers, USA and Soviet Union. What? Emergence of socialist approach by the Soviet Union. This is the way to do socialist. Raw material supplies, and that's why the ideology, the Cold War. Soviet Union, what? Economically, socialist, the ideology. Politically, communist. USA, what? Economics, market-oriented. Ideology, Western democracy. I mean, politics. There are two types. There are two sides always. Let me repeat. The politics, Soviet Union, communist. Economics is socialist. USA, politics is what? Western democracy. Not just democracy, Western democracy. Different from Other democracy. Economically is what? Market oriented. Capitalism. Yes. Why not use that word? I forgot something. Capitalism. So the two contending ideologies. So we're talking about Cold War, about what? Influence. Trying to gain influence in the world between Soviet Union and United States. Influence of what? Influence in what? Ideology. Communism against Western democracy. Socialism against or capitalism against. So ended in 1991 when there was a collapse of Soviet Union. I've shown you the picture of the man, Gorbachev. Raw material suppliers began to embark on import substitution policy. Yes, this is the beginning of, again, under the round of protectionism. Import substitution policy is that products that you've been importing. This is a good question. What do you mean by import substitution policy? What do you understand? Give me definition of import substitution policy. Define to me. Import substitution policy. Define it to me.
So maybe it's like if you want to substitute the, for example, if you want to, okay, so for example, if you want to import chocolate, and then if you want to substitute it, we must substitute it with the same, like the commodity that has the same price with chocolate or something.
Ayun, mati. Oh, just replace some import with domestic products. The same. Replace some.
Okay, got it. Someone has got it. Replace what we import with domestic products of the same. That's import substitution. But some people make a mistake. The mistake is this. Okay, listen to the mistake. We substitute products that we've been importing with products that we make on our own. That's a mistake. Not on our own, not necessarily. He answered the correct one. Substitute those products we have been importing, substitute with products we produce domestically. Yes. Domestically doesn't matter by whom. By Koreans, by Americans, by Malaysians, as long as here, domestically. So that's correct. Let me repeat the wrong. We will replace all those imports with products we make by our, not precise. Got it? More precise, replace with products we make produce locally, domestically, locally. By whom? Doesn't matter. That's more precise. Because product from Malaysia, made by Americans, made by American companies, made by Japanese companies, made by Korean companies, right? But they are produced here. So import substitution is to replace those imports with products produced domestically. By whom? That's a second story, depending on your policy. Okay, my policy is we want to increase made by from Malaysians, but it's okay as long as made in Malaysia. See how tolerant you are. That's what I say. Made by whom is another story. Got it? Made, produced locally. domestically. That's import substitution. That happened because of why? Why? Because of Great Depression. And the difficult time during Great Depression, which that difficulty continue with the Second World War II. Difficult. All those difficulties, people losing jobs. So protectionism through import substitution became the thinking, the ideology, right? Got it? And then trade protection as a result of Great Depression, tariff quota on Germany and USA, UK and France focus on trade within its empire, countries under the empire of France. And the spread of technology stopped, output and international trade, world economy output declined. International trade also declined because of the collapse of liberalism and the collapse of global market in 1913 to 1950 because of what? Great Depression and World War II. Now, yeah, this is what I was talking today. The golden years. Did I translate? Oh, I did not translate some of it. Forgot. Golden years because of reconstruction after the war. Bullet number 1, reconstruction after the war. I explained that earlier. And this is driven by manufacturing sector. For those who have to translate, I will, make the translation later on. I forgot this slide. Sorry. Driven by manufacturing sector, especially the durable goods. Now people starting to buy durable goods. During the war, people don't buy refrigerator, people don't buy car, people don't buy durable goods. They just enough money to buy the consumption good, everyday good, bread, wheat. Not buying a car during difficult time, not buying a computer during difficult time. So now on the barang tahan lama, durable goods. That's another innovation. Synthetic materials. Synthetic rubber. That's a synthetic. Everything synthetic. What is synthetic? The alternative to the original. Synthetic. Synthetic. Petrochemical. Oh, this is petrochemical. From oil become plastic. From oil become some other things. Not just plastic. Nuclear power. Jet. TV. Computer. Satellite. All this innovation. And 3 other development that happened together during this time. After the end of Second World War II until first oil shock, until 73. Got it? 45, not yet 45, 50. 45 just finished the war. 50 until 73. During that time, the expansion, the spread of centrally planned economy in Eastern Europe. The Soviet Union, what's the type of economy Soviet Union? Centrally planned economy. You got it? Whereby all the properties are owned by the state. The country, labor are working in the farm owned by the country. The socialist economy. Centrally planned economy spread to Eastern Europe, to Czechoslovakia, Romania, Hungary, Eastern Europe. And then independence of colonies, as, for example, India, Indonesia, independence. And the third development was the increase in activities of multinational corporations. Menonjolnya MNCs, multinational corporations, activities of investment cross-border, foreign direct investment. You know, Unilever came to Malaysia to invest, open this sabun, detergent, you know, soap, shampoo, everything. All those Unilever, right? Anything shampoo, Unilever. From where? From the Netherlands. Multinational corporations. Whirlpool also make the washing machine. Multinational corporations. Also, in Korea also,